Hey guys, welcome back to Professional Weaver's YouTube channel. Today we're here in beautiful picturesque Skagway, Alaska on our 7-night Alaskan cruise aboard the Norwegian Bliss, and today our shore excursion was canceled, so we're going to see what we can do in town. So if your shore excursion gets canceled or you're just looking for something to do, what you can do for free in town, then you're in the right place. Make sure you stick around, check it out, hit that subscribe button, and let's go.
Let's go. Rainy day in Skagway, y'all.
Looks better than it did 5 minutes ago.
It's not saying much though.
Look at the mountain behind you. That wasn't there a minute ago.
I know, so maybe the sun is going to come out. Who knows? Please explain to me why that looks like a tombstone.
Just getting off the boat and we are walking through some repurposed shipping containers. So definitely in an industrious kind of town. Alright guys, so we just got off the boat here in Skagway, and specifically we just got off the bus they have to take you to the end of the pier. You can actually see the boat right down there at the end. So really the bus doesn't go very far. It is free. I've heard other people say that it maybe costs $5, but today they weren't collecting anything, just tips. And honestly, I'm not really even sure it was worth that because we literally drove maybe 200 yards, if that.
But if you have mobility issues or, don't want to walk, then that's option for you.
Right, yeah. Because right behind me, that's the White Pass Scenic Railway, so they're getting ready to take off for their morning ride. We're going to be in the afternoon one, so that'll be that'll be the next video. But for today, we're going to go further on into town and see what we can see there. Yeah. See what kind of trouble we can get into.
As him, I don't get in troubles. I just spend all the monies. I guess what kind of gets me in troubles. So okay, that's fair. Right. Okay, let's go buy some souvenirs.
Yeah, let's go. Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
So this is $5 all day to hop on the shuttle?
Yeah, you pay on the way out. It's $3 for one way, $5 for an all-day pass.
All right, so we are figuring this out on the fly.
Yeah.
So like I just said earlier, we got off the boat. We took a shuttle to get from the one end to the other pier. We walked across this little parking lot here, and then we found a taxi shuttle service for $5 all day. It'll take us around town. So we're going to take this shuttle to go downtown.
Right. And then we also got a card so we can call the taxi service so we can make it out to Reed Falls in a bit.
Yes.
So this is very similar then to the shore excursion that we saw on Viator, which was $20. Mm-hmm. This is what I think a lot of people were saying in the comments.
Yeah.
Is that you can either take the bus for $5 or you can pay that $20 and get the bus and the taxi.
Yeah.
But I heard the taxi is only $5 as well, so.
Alright guys, we just hopped off at the Smart shuttle, which is straight past us right there. We are at stop number 3.
Stop number 1 on 3rd Avenue. So it stops at 3, 5, and 7.
Okay, glad you're paying attention.
Which all along Broadway here. It's a tiny little town. It says 5 blocks by 20 blocks. It's not very big at all.
Right.
There's only like 300, 500 people or something that lives in this town.
Yeah.
It used to be a town of 30,000. So that was during the boom, the gold rush back in the 1800s. So there's really not much left.
Yeah.
And when the cruise ship pulls into town, that means basically like 75, 80, 90% of the town is cruise ship passengers.
Yeah.
So anyways, downtown does look super cute. Very historic and old and
Quaint.
Yeah.
Gold rushy.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, but
Quintessential Alaska.
Yes. But what are we gonna do now?
As part of the
DIY tour.
Yeah. So part of the shuttle bus there, so we paid $5 to get on the shuttle bus a piece. So that gives us all day access to the shuttle bus. We can ride it to and fro as much as we want. Really, I mean, if we're only talking about a couple blocks here, we probably don't even really need that. But on the other hand too, they give us the card here, so that way we can call a taxi and we can take a taxi out to Lower Reed Falls, which is
it's supposed to be really beautiful.
It's $5 per person each way, so we're gonna pay another $20 to get out to Lower Reed Falls. But that's kind of what I want to see over the town here. So let's do that. We're gonna give them a call.
I'm excited to see the town because at the town, that's where there's the stuff to buy.
Well, we can look at the town stuff.
No, well, nothing's really open yet. I mean, it is like 8 o'clock. Nothing's open yet. So we're gonna go do that first. Go see the natures, and then we're gonna go buy the things. Let's go. Alright guys, so it is raining a little bit, so you guys are going to see a lot of renditions of Christine in this hood today, so bear with me on that one. But kind of behind me, right there, is one of the glaciers. So, yesterday we were in Juneau, and we did an excursion where we got to go whale watching, so highly recommend that one. I'll link the video down below. And we got to see like 4 glaciers at once we were on the boat, which is pretty cool. Alright, so you called the taxi.
Yep, so I called the taxi. Pretty easy. There's not a whole, like, this town is tiny. So he asked me where I am, 3rd and Broadway. So, oh yeah, in front of the Mascot. It's the store that we're standing in front of now.
Mascot.
He said Mascot.
There's no N in that. That's Mascot.
It is Mascot. That is Mascot. Maybe it's just that Alaskan accent. It sounded like there was an N in there. I don't know. But either way, we're here. He said he'll be around in just a minute, and we're gonna go out to the falls. So.
Okay. All right, guys, just like that. Quick 5 minutes ride later, we're here. So with that, we paid $5 $5 a person for the taxi cab, and then we are off to see the Gold Rush Cemetery and some waterfalls.
Yeah, you know, it's a small town when one of the major tourist attractions is a cemetery.
A cemetery, y'all.
Or maybe I take that back, because cemeteries are definitely a popular thing to do in New Orleans. I've done that too. We'll see what's going on. They got this big board here. We'll read it, see if there's anything on there worth checking out. But they said the hike to the falls goes through the cemetery, and it's about 100 yards, so not too bad. Yeah. But the driver of the taxi did say that the falls is the best part of it.
That is really beautiful when it's not raining.
So this is Skagway's most famous graveyard. I'd be surprised how many graveyards they have in Skagway.
Alright, let's go. Hey, Reed Falls. Okay, so short walk from the cemetery would take you to the view of Reed Falls, named for Skagway's hero. The magnificent waterfall drops 300 feet. So here is kind of like the map, I guess, of where things are. So we are, I believe we're down here. So obviously it's not to scale, it's to know. So we are here. I think we're going to hike around and go this way to see the falls. But I think that's, over here is where all of the grave markers are. I think it's where all the crosses are. I don't know, haven't been here before, but we're going to figure it out.
This cemetery was founded in 1898. It was used up until 1908, so not very long. There's a couple of people that were buried here. One was Jefferson Smith, was a con man. He got shot by Frank Reed. So Frank Reed and the guy that he shot are both buried in the same place. Frank Reed was heralded as a hero because he killed the con man. We also have Ella Wilson, who was
Lady of the Evening.
Lady of the Evening down on the red light district. And a couple further other folks.
Yeah.
So definitely seems interesting if you're into kind of like that early
macabre sort of thing.
Yeah, early 1900s type of history. We'll go take a walk through and see what we see, and head on up to the falls.
All right. I think you're going the wrong way.
It's this way.
I think it's that way.
I think it's this way.
But the signs say. Oh yeah, okay. I guess it's not. Okay, we both go the same way.
This one is paved.
Oh, okay. And there are bathrooms here. So here's the thing, y'all, right? We try to plan as much as we can, but sometimes things go haywire. One thing I did not plan for is what to do if we find a bear along this way. We should have asked the guy if there's any bear sightings recently, because it's like the end of summer, so hopefully...
Yeah, they're all hungry. They're trying to get their last
couple scraps. Great.
So
if you don't hear from us, bear.
I think you're supposed to stand your ground against the grizzly, right? Get real big.
No, you. I don't know. Shit, I don't know.
I think you stand your ground. Oh, we're already in the graveyard.
Yeah.
A couple grave sites here.
This is not paved. What's wrong with you?
That part was paved.
Alright, Reed Falls. Let's go.
Or maybe grizzlies are the ones you're supposed to play dead. I think you're supposed to play dead. I'm changing I'm changing my strategy. We're gonna play dead.
Yeah, for black bears, they're so big. Yeah. And polar bears, they're just dead.
That's not a bear track there, is it?
Shut the front. No. Where? No.
It's a human track? I don't know.
Wait. Come all the way to Alaska, eaten by a bear. What a way to go.
You like animals. I will tell you, it is beautiful out here, though.
That's poop.
Huge trees.
Good bear poop.
You sure it's not a rock?
It's a rock.
It's a rock.
Okay, that's what it's
As I was saying, it is beautiful out here, though. Huge trees, lots of leaves, rocks. Very picturesque.
Very wet.
Very wet. It's gonna be a wet kind of day.
Yeah.
We're down in Juneau. The tour guide there told us it only rained twice over the summer. Once for 38 days, once for 45 days. So I think if you just come to Alaska, expect to be wet. Yeah, I think they called it some sort of rainforest, subarctic rainforest or something like that.
It's called a national rainforest.
And not the type of rainforest you think of, like not Brazilian rainforest. It says choose your trail. You get the streetcar or the cemetery. And Lower Reed Falls is that way.
Hot.
Unbutton your coat.
No, I don't want to get wet.
Alright, we're getting there. We can already start to see the bottom of the river here. That water's cooking. I'll bet it's super cold too. And we made it! Absolutely gorgeous.
Beautiful. It's hot. It's beautiful.
And you know what makes it even better? We're the only ones here! Have it all to ourselves when you show up early in the morning. Everybody else is sleeping in. Says it's raining, I don't want to get off the boat. We're here, we're doing it. We're living life, the Alaskan way.
The Alaskan cruiser way.
Talk about it, I'm reliving the gold rush. I'm about to hop in this water, I'm gonna pan for some gold. We're gonna pay for that cruise. All right, we're gonna see how cold this water is. Oh man, it's like ice water. I tell you what's cooler than being cold? Ice cold. No, what's cooler than being cool? Ice cold. So this sign says, caution, trail ends, no access to Upper Reed Falls or Icy Lake. So the way I read that, this is the way you want to go if you want to get to the Upper Reed Falls or Icy Lake. Although I can see why they have it closed because it's pretty steep. Definitely don't want grandma and her walker out here trying to climb that. Because we've got nothing better to do, I'm going to just see how close we can get to the falls. About as close as we can get. There's keep on going a little bit more, but that may be the trail that they said that we're not supposed to go up. So about as far as I'm going to go. Absolutely beautiful out here. There's no one out here. You're out here all by yourself. It's like a little mini Niagara Falls all to yourself, and it is gorgeous. I mean, look at these mountains. We're down in this valley. Like I feel like we're just lost out here. All right, guys. So not really a whole lot to do up here, but you can definitely spend some time looking at the falls. You know, it's a fun little thing. Nature is beautiful, falls are beautiful. It's not a very far hike, but I think that we've finished our time up here at the falls now. We're gonna head back into town, do a little bit of shopping before we hop on that scenic White Pass Railway for the next vlog. So we're gonna give the taxi driver a call and head back to town.
The only way this could have been better is if we saw like a moose or an elk or a bear.
No bears.
Go bears!
No bears.
Go bears!
Alright guys, so we just left the falls and we are headed back down. So there's some graves behind us. And then yeah, we're gonna get back on the what do you call that? Taxi. And go buy some stuff. Hopefully we can find a sign that says Skagway because I need a selfie with a sign that says Skagway. And yeah, that's that. So far, really good morning. Highly recommend. getting up early and heading to the falls because there was nobody here. Can't guarantee what that's like in like August, but
You recommend getting up early?
I mean, yeah, I know. It was actually Lewis that recommended getting up early, but glad I came along for the ride. Thanks, babe.
Time for a bathroom review. These are not real bathrooms. This is 2 porta-johns stuffed together with wood plating or whatever, like wood with a wood veneer on the outside. They look really nice on the outside, but I guarantee you inside they are nothing fancy. It's a hole in the ground.
It's gorgeous. Alright, y'all, and just like that, we are back in downtown Skagway.
Yeah.
Yay! So it is currently it's 5 after 10, and we're gonna go buy some souvenirs. Hopefully some of the shops are open now.
Yeah, so we were at the corner of Broadway and 7th. This is a super small town. Basically, everything that you want to see touristy wise is on Broadway Street, and it's like 3 blocks, so 7th, 5th through 3rd.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna walk down and see what we see.
Yeah. So, as you know, I want to buy a magnet, a t-shirt, maybe a hat, and a snack. Let's go. Alright guys, so we're on the still haven't made it that far, but look how beautiful that is. You can see the clouds coming out, there's a little snow up there. It's gorgeous. Like 6 phenomenons going on all at once here. Let's talk about this. Over here you got snow and clouds. Over there you got fog. Over here you got no snow, but you got a rainbow. Over here you got more sun and clouds and fog. What is Alaska, and how do they have all of the weather at once here? How does this happen?
Yeah.
Wow, it's gorgeous. All right, first store I see is the Skagway Outlet store. Let's go there. Skagway Outlet, let's go. All right, y'all. There are some cute things in there, but I think we were a little spoiled yesterday in Juneau. It was the end of season sale in Juneau, and we bought a ton of stuff. So I think we're
50% off everything.
Yeah. So
Here in Skagway, they did not get the memo that it's in the season yet.
No, we're gonna pop in some more stores. We grabbing down the street. Hey guys, we're at Naughty Delight. We got a pretzel. Lois got an energy drink, and yeah, let's have a snack.
So Christine loves her pretzels, and she got a garlic parmesan pretzel.
I think they're stuffed. Makes it even better. Yeah. Smells yeasty. A pretzel? Oh yeah. Really good pretzel. Ooh. Very garlicky. You'd actually like this. Highly recommend.
I think we adjusted the lens now. Sorry for all that before. It was like fish-eyed. We don't film with the GoPro very often, but it's so wet we didn't want to bring out the big camera. So figuring it out. But should look better now.
Best pretzel I've ever had. Hands down.
Yeah.
Alright. Now that we've had a pretzel, the town looks a little bit more alive. It's actually some people behind us. We're still on the hunt for some souvenirs. And whatever the heck else we can find to do. So yeah, let's keep going. We are still looking for something to do. So far, shopping is going to be probably the theme of the day. But the waterfall is cool, and if we find something else to do along the way, let you guys know. Our pretzel was good. That was a highlight. I used another pretzel.
You buy some pool noodles.
Yeah, so in the shop behind us, you can buy some pool noodles. Bring those back to Florida with us. So you can't find those in Florida. Well, obviously we're here in October. It is like the end of the season. I think there's like 1 or 2 more cruises after ours. But a lot of things are closed up for the season. So, you know, kind of be mindful of that whenever you're booking your cruise. Definitely think booking an excursion super important. We actually had one booked this morning, but it was canceled. Not by us, but by by Viator. So, unfortunately, that's kind of how the cookie crumbles. But I'm confident we're still gonna be able to find something cool to do. If not, in our next video, we're going to hop on the White Pass Express. I think that's what it's called. It's a train ride, and take that around. Hopefully, we'll see some cool things there too. So right across the street is the Red Onion Saloon. That was like the place to go.
Yeah, back in the 1800s when you found some gold up in the hills. This is where you had come to have your night out in town.
But it's closed.
Now it's a museum. But yeah, so it was like the one thing we were looking forward to maybe doing in town here. But yeah, it's closed. Well, you can still see there's a lady up in the window there welcoming us in.
And that was the town brothel. Sure, a lot of good times were had there. That's all I'm gonna say about that. You bummed out the brothel's closed?
Super bummed.
Yeah. I think someone's a little upset that there's not more for us to do here.
Yeah. Well, like, even without, you know, much to do here, it's just shopping and you get to look at the waterfalls or whatever, but really, if you just stop and take a moment to look around, this place is gorgeous. It's so cute and quaint and old-fashioned, but surrounded by these mountains and these massive trees. And here in fall time, the leaves are all changing. It is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, highly recommend. But I still want a t-shirt. Alright guys, we found something to do. We probably should have started at the front of town and worked our way back after we got back from the waterfall. But we're going to check out the Klondike Gold Rush National Park Visitor Center and learn about the good old days of the gold rush. Then we're going to go across the street and buy myself a t-shirt because they're 2 for $15. Let's do that.
Let's go.
It'd be interesting. There were, I guess, 2 trails to get to where the gold supposedly was. And it kind of gives you like the pros and cons of each one. So you have the White Pass Trail, which is less steep but longer. But then you have the Chilkoot Trail, I guess that's how you pronounce that. It's shorter, but it's steeper. So it's pretty interesting.
When you're racing time in other stampeders, time is of the essence. This is like crazy. Like I've seen like old-timey videos and documentaries on this stuff. It's people rushing out here because they got to get the gold first.
Yeah.
Can't imagine that an extra, what, hour on a trail is going to save you.
It might have. I mean, that might be your payday, right?
Most people came out here and ended up going home broke and penniless, especially after they spent too much time over the brothel. Here we have some photos of some stampeders and their dogs carrying what little supplies the dogs can carry. And little puppies.
Oh, buddies.
Little nuggets. Little gold nuggets. Here's some interesting photos of what Skagway looked like back in the day.
Yeah, so what it is this is Skagway in 1897 before they found gold, and Skagway 2 years later after they found gold.
Oh wow. I'm convinced that the gold rush was just the original flash mob. He was talking about what did 1 ounce of gold buy back in 1897, so you could get 300 glasses of beer, 10 pairs of shoes, 300 pounds of candy, or 2.5 weeks worth of work for a factory worker. So today gold is worth about roughly around $2,000 an ounce, so you can still get about 300 pounds of candy for $2,000. Maybe 400 glasses of beer. Alright, so we're gonna spin the wheel of chance and see what happens if I was a gold rusher. It's like most of the time you either turn back or found something to break even. Hey, look, I made it to Dawson City, found employment, but did not mine.
What was your employment?
I was selling backpacks to suckers.
Okay.
Climbing up the hill. You had about as much chances of becoming wealthy as you did of dying. So.
Is this like the original Wheel of Fortune?
The Price is Right.
Oh, Price is Right.
Yeah. I think that wheel's weighted. You turn back on the trails.
Yeah, I can see that.
That sounds
that's
like
accurate.
Yeah.
It's still on brand. Still on brand.
Have to wake up at what time?
So I think this is like an actual vault. This is like heavy door.
Yeah, so this is where they would actually store some of the gold that people had found. Ooh, wow. I don't know why everybody ran to the hills looking for gold. It's all right there in that room. Sounds way easier than climbing that mountain. All right, so that's everything here in the museum. We're gonna keep on heading down the road, see what else there is.
T-shirts.
Christine wants some t-shirts.
You guys can see that here is the hours of operation for the Gold Rush, Klondike Gold Rush Historical Park.
We are here in the second week of October, and they said from the visitor center that there's 1 more boat coming in this week, and then 3 more next week, and then that'll be it. They're done for the season.
Hey guys, so right behind us right here is the museum, and right over here is the Glacier Bay Trading Company. That's where I think I'm gonna find a t-shirt.
What about the train shopping?
Oh, there's a train shop. Hey, all right, we're gonna go there too. This is nice. It's like a train station. Yeah, so we're gonna find a t-shirt, a hat, maybe magnets. Maybe use our snack, because snacks are good. Good times.
It's a nice hat. It's on sale for $8. Says Skagway on the back.
Perfect.
Take it.
All right. The train depot, we for like $20 we got 2 hats, a sticker, and a magnet. And we're over here on the Glacier Bay Company with our t-shirts.
Oh, there's
And then we're gonna head over to the train. The third, we need that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 t-shirts, $20.
Alright guys, so that wraps up our day here in Skagway. Now we're going to go hop on the White Pass Railroad, and that'll be the next video. So we're going to go ahead and leave you here with your pro tips.
And here's Liz with the pro tips.
Pro tip number 1, I would say, is if you're physically fit, able to walk a few hundred yards, I wouldn't waste the money at all on the buses. We rode one bus to the end of the pier, we caught another bus to downtown for $5 for all day, and really the whole town is super walkable. Even back to the pier is only like 7 minutes, so we're not even going to wait on the bus because it's going to take longer than that just to wait on the bus. The only time that I would recommend getting some transportation is if you're going to go out to the Lower Reed Falls. You can walk that. That's about 2 miles, but that's definitely worth the $5 there and $5 back, I would say. Pro tip number 2 is if you're heading out to the Lower Reed Falls, get there early so that way you can have the whole place to yourself, because it was nice being there with no one else around. And what you got for a third one?
Don't feel like you have to have an excursion, right? Because you definitely can spend the whole morning here doing the things and just checking out the sights.
So that's going to do it for today. Remember to hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate it. It really help us out. And with that being said, we're out here and we'll see you next weekend.
Bye! Come on, button. Why aren't you working? No, yesterday we were in, where were we yesterday? Ketchikan?
Juneau.
Whose fault's that? I'm recording this.
I think like, babe.
Not to this
Jeez, did you
version.
crank that on there?
No, I didn't crank nothing on there. You're recording this guy, you know that, right? What is the last beer too close? So we're still in Skagway, we're in port, but our shuttle driver told us that they saw some orcas in the bay. So we're in the hot tub, we're on Orca Patrol.
The hot tub whale watch.
Hot tub whale watch 2023 coming out July. So if you see anything, let you know.
I didn't know you were recording.
Really, I'm freezing now.